Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we'll be talking about 6 things you may need to consider before starting an aquarium. Now, the first and most obvious thing to remember is to set up the tank beforehand, or at least prepare the tank. This includes simple things like water solutions and cycling a tank. It's nothing too complex, but just something to remember for the new people. If a tank isn't cycled, it's best to just use Quick Start from API. Dechlorinators are always important. You can get dechlorinators from bigger companies, or you could also just buy some from simple shops like Kmart and Woolworths and whatnot. Also, a no-brainer is getting fish food. Choose one for the fish you want. So you might need sinking pellets or floating flakes or whatever. The second thing on this list to remember is research. And yes, I know it may sound nerdy, but it will come handy in the future. I guarantee you that. Now, when I say research, I mean things like researching your water parameters and filters and just everything in general, because it's really important, especially when it comes to fish. Third is researching fish, and this is really important when you want to get things like betta fish or other fish that just can't be kept in community tanks. And yeah, I know it might sound nerdy, but it's really important. Let me tell you a story. So a few months back, we went to a shop called Pets Domain. They're a great shop, by the way. We went there to buy chicken food. And while we were there, my sister saw some fish she really wanted. And we ended up impulse buying, and we brought back 1 molly and 2 platies. They were kept in a fish bowl with some sand and a betta decoration. They also had a filter, which was way too big for the bowl. And looking back at it now, this was not a good idea. None of the fish survived. One ended up jumping out, and I believe the other 2 probably died from something wrong with the water quality. Definitely learned my lesson about fish bowls. Just never use them. Unless you have a blind fish, or you had some fragile babies who just don't mind the fish bowl. But yeah, fish bowls definitely hurt the eyes of normal fish. I kept snails in there at one point though. Now the next thing to remember are fish requirements and tank sizes. Now this is kind of to do with research as well, but for example, fish like neon tetras need to be in schools of I think at least 6, but the more the merrier. So you just need to research what your fish needs, such as a school, being by itself, pH and everything like that. Now, one really, really important factor are tank sizes. Different fish need different tank sizes, but normally the bigger the better. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you see something wrong with this tank? Yeah, what's wrong with this tank is that the betta fish in here don't have any room to move around. Now, unfortunately, these betta tanks are sold quite often, and in the past, even we used to have one like this. We had 3 bettas who used to live in these, and I'm going to be honest, with the right requirements, they can thrive, but it's really cruel. I recommend at least 20-liter tank or 5 gallons. Again, though, tank size just depends on the fish. And avoid fish bowls unless absolutely necessary. Live berries may need extra room because they make lots of fry. For reference, I have my betta fish in a 17-gallon or 65-liter tank. It's 2 feet. And I also have 10 neon tetras in here along with 4 live berries. Now the next tip is to always have plenty of cleaning equipment and filters. When it comes to filters, they all have their own way of functioning. Like sponge filters, you'll need an air pump, and internal filters, you probably just have a power point plug. But just keep those things in mind of what you'll need for your filter. Now, as far as cleaning equipments go, you'll probably just need a siphon and something to clean off excess algae. Also, something to keep in mind is water tests. These help keep track of all your nitrates, nitrites, chlorine, and pH and everything. For some reason, my camera did not focus on this, but yeah, you can get test strips or test bottles or anything else. Now, the last tip is to find suitable tank mates for your fish. Good tank mates can be like live berries, such as platies and guppies, small tetras, snails maybe. Most of the time snails are pretty good tank mates. And then you'll have other small critters like shrimp. Now, a few tips that I would like to add could be things like live plants. Live plants are especially good when it comes to ammonia and nitrites. They really help take that out of the water and keep the environment safe for your little tank creatures. Beginner plants are perfect for this. If you're putting your tank on a table or stand, make sure that stand or table is strong enough to hold the tank, because you really don't want it breaking. I would also recommend to make the tank look more natural. Like, mine isn't the best example, but I got some natural looking gravel, real plants, and I just had this like small cave thingy. I also got a little hoop for the better. But apart from that, I think it could be worse. Like, definitely probably wouldn't use rainbow rocks. That's not that natural. And things that won't stress out the fish too much would be good. Now, another important thing to take into consideration is getting decorations which are safe for your fish. Especially when it comes to the longer tailed fish like betta fish or fancy guppies and whatnot, because you really don't want to get them injured on decorations. You should get safer decorations that aren't sharp. And when it comes to getting fake plants, you should make sure that they won't cut or rip your fish's fins or anything. So it's better to probably get them in store than online. And always remember that live plants are better than fake plants. Now let's have a look at my tank. So we got a few mystery snails in here. Here you can see is one of them. I got a school of neon tetras, as I mentioned before. I got natural looking gravel, and you saw that platy just ran away. Pest snail, another mystery snail there. And then I'm kind of just like gliding over the area now. You can see there's lots of live plants. And here's a little rock that the betta likes to just swim through. What else is there? There's a sponge filter in the back corner with the bag of seashells just to help with my calcium. And then here's the star of the tank. He's a blue black hot betta. Not blue. He's a white black hot betta with blue fins. He's actually pretty friendly. He doesn't really attack the other fish, especially the live berries. He doesn't really care. He'll flare at them time to time, but then he'll just ignore them. Anyways, that's it for my main tank. Now, underneath my main tank, I have a 20-liter tank with 2 caves and a plastic plant. I got this as a starter kit from Kmart, and as you can see, there's not much happening in it. I actually have wild fish in here. So you can see there's a purple spotted gudgeon down here. And then in the caves, there's actually some freshwater prawns. I'm probably not going to let them grow too big. I'll take them out once they get bigger. And we also got a yabby in there. I think it's a red claw. Here you can see one of the freshwater prawns. Oh, that reminds me. So actually keeping these freshwater prawns was an alright thing, because they actually cleaned the tanks. But not too long ago, a freshwater prawn that was still pretty small actually ended up attacking one of my fish. So I no longer have the freshwater prawns with the fish. They live with the yabby. Don't take shortcuts, just get shrimps. Don't put prawns in the tank. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you found this helpful. I'll definitely recommend watching a lot more videos, because this is only a few tips, and starting an aquarium is actually a lot harder than it seems. So yeah, go ahead and watch lots of other channels. They'll definitely give you more helpful information than here. But I hope this did help. If you like this, please like and subscribe. And I'll be releasing more videos about the chickens and ducks and stuff as well soon. So I hope to see you in the future.